The auction house on Station Kepler 7 reeked of desperation and antiseptic. Jixon hadn't come looking for companionship. He'd come for supplies, new filters for his apiary domes back on the agricultural colony of New Hampshire 9. But when he saw her standing on the platform, ears flat against her skull and tail wrapped protectively around her legs, something in his chest tightened. She was Felinar, one of the cat-like species from the Andromeda sector. Her fur was a soft silver gray with darker stripes along her arms and legs, but it was her eyes, golden and defeated, that made Jixon stop walking. The auctioneer's voice droned through the translator implant in Jixon's ear. Lot 47. Female Felinar. 23 standard years. Certified infertile by Clan Medical Authority. Suitable for domestic labor, companionship, or... Jixon didn't hear the rest. His hand shot up. 50,000 credits, he said, his voice cutting through the murmur of the crowd. The auctioneer blinked. Sir, the bidding hasn't even 50,000. Final offer. 3 minutes later, Jixon was signing the transfer documents while the Felinar woman stood silently beside him, a thin collar around her neck that would dissolve once the transaction cleared. She hadn't looked at him once. What's your name? Jixon asked as they walked toward the docking bay. She was quiet for so long he thought she wouldn't answer, then barely above a whisper, Anna. I'm Jixon. He kept his tone gentle, non-threatening. I run a bee farm on NH9. It's quiet, peaceful. You'll have your own space. Anna's ear twitched, but she said nothing. The first month was silence. Anna moved through Jixon's homestead like a ghost, taking care of small tasks without being asked. She cleaned, organized, and kept to the small guest quarters he'd given her. Jixon never pressed. He'd read enough about Felinar culture to know that exiled females, especially those declared infertile, were considered worthless. Her clan had discarded her like broken machinery. It made his blood boil. Jixon spent his days among the bees. The domes hummed with life, thousands of earth honeybees working in carefully controlled environments. He talked to Anna sometimes while he worked, explaining pollination, honey extraction, the delicate balance of the hive. She never responded, but he noticed she'd started watching from the doorway. One evening, 2 months in, Anna spoke. Why did you buy me? Jixon looked up from his dinner, a simple stew he'd learned to make less spicy after noticing Anna's sensitive palate. Because nobody should be sold. But you paid for me. I paid to get you out of there. There's a difference. He set down his spoon. You're not property, Anna. You're free to leave whenever you want. I'll even pay for transport. Her tail lashed once, twice. Where would I go? My clan declared me broken, worthless. You're not broken. I can't bear cubs. Her voice cracked. In Felinar society, a female who can't continue the bloodline has no value. I was supposed to mate with a high-ranking male. When the medical scan showed my reproductive system was damaged, they cast me out. Jixon felt anger rise in his throat. That's barbaric. That's tradition. Tradition can be wrong. Anna stared at him, those golden eyes searching for something. You humans are strange. Maybe, Jixon smiled. But we tend to value people for more than their ability to reproduce. Slowly, carefully, something shifted. Anna began helping in the apiaries, her natural grace and quiet movements making her perfect for the delicate work. She learned to read the hives, to understand the dance of the bees, to harvest honey without disturbing the colonies. Jixon watched her come alive, watched confidence creep back into her movements. They talked more. She told him about Felinar music, about the cold deserts of her homeworld, about the sister she'd left behind. He told her about Earth, about his grandmother's farm in old Vermont, about why he'd left human space to start over. One night, 6 months after her arrival, Anna kissed him. It was tentative, uncertain, her first kiss, she later admitted. Jixon pulled back, searching her face. Are you sure? I've never been more sure of anything. Her hand found his. You see me, Jixon. Not what I can't do, but who I am. Their relationship bloomed like spring flowers. Anna moved into his quarters. They worked the hives together, cooked together, planned expansions to the farm. Jixon had never been happier. Anna smiled now, really smiled, her whole face lighting up. 8 months later, Anna collapsed in the honey processing room. Jixon rushed her to the colony's medical center, his heart hammering. The doctor, a efficient Corthan with 4 arms, ran scan after scan while Jixon paced the waiting room. When Anna finally emerged, she was crying. Jixon's world tilted. What's wrong? What did they find? Anna shook her head, tears streaming down her furred cheeks. But she was smiling. I'm pregnant. The words didn't make sense. But you said, I know what I said. What they told me. Anna grabbed his hands. The doctor explained it. My reproductive biology is compatible with Felinar males, but the genetic markers didn't align properly. But human genetics, she laughed through her tears. Human DNA is different enough that it bypassed whatever was blocking conception. It's a miracle, Jixon. You gave me a miracle. Jixon pulled her into his arms, his own eyes burning. Around them, the medical staff politely looked away as the human and the Felinar held each other. 6 months later, in the soft glow of NH9's twin moons, Anna gave birth to a healthy daughter. She had her mother's silver fur and golden eyes, but her father's rounded ears and sturdy build. They named her Hope. Word spread through the Felinar networks. The infertile outcast had borne a child. Other exiled females began reaching out, asking questions, seeking passage to NH9. Jixon and Anna welcomed them, gave them work in the expanding apiaries, and helped them find their own paths. The clan that had sold Anna sent a formal request for her return, offering honors and apologies. Anna's response was simple. I'm already home. In the apiary dome, surrounded by the gentle hum of bees and the laughter of their daughter, Jixon and Anna built a new tradition. One based not on what biology dictated, but on what love made possible. And across the galaxy, humanity's reputation grew. The species that saw value where others saw waste, that built bridges where others built walls, that loved without limits or conditions. That was the human way, and it was changing the universe one impossible miracle at a time.